Okay, guys. I'm the one who bid first on the auction, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you wondered who might have done that. So, anyway, I have just a few lovely things to say. This is huge here, so I'm not going to say all that. I had something here that was much more doable, and so I just think I'll talk to you. Look, I started out very, very, very privileged at a school, Kent Place School for Girls. I learned everything about literacy. And I really am very grateful for that fact, because as life went on, I saw a lot of people who didn't understand anything about literacy, and it really got in the way of their progress. So, just step in and help as much as you can. I got into publishing because I thought that was the best way. Publishing, advertising, public relations, all of what spreads information, that. So I was in that field completely. I had to trade in my piano for a typewriter, but that was what I did. And I worked my way into a job at Condé Nast Publications, which I thought was something that was really, really important to the future of taste and elegance and money, because there's a lot of money in the beauty and fashion world. And I'm sure some of you have had that pleasure of being there. So there's something in here about our lovely friend. Here it is. It says, Barbara. How clever. Okay. Good job. So here's some things that I was thinking about being honored tonight. What does it mean to be literate? From the time I was conscious about the world around me, there were words everywhere, expressions of pleasure, dislike, concern, fear, delight, options, opinions. Even the smallest statement made some kind of elementary movement happen. And so it turned, as the baby stage waned, being human, those expressions became more complex. It's the only beginning of literacy, but it's an essential start for a meaningful life. It's something I wrote, and they asked me to do that, and I wrote it down. A state where the transfer of thought becomes knowledge. Then the ability of that knowledge to be disseminated takes wings and becomes sentences. And the printed word, the statement, the dissertation, the book, the encyclopedia, worldwide knowledge. We are born clueless. And we grow educated if we're lucky. And this is why literacy, the ability to read and understand the importance of the printed word, is essential to every human being on this planet. Now, I am involved in a lot of organizations that have to do with teaching someone something they didn't know about before. Musical Bodies, for example, at the Met we just opened up the other day, last Wednesday. It is the result, with the curator, of 5 years of work, because she was so clever to go around the whole world and find, with her iPhone, don't you love them? I mean, they really make a big difference in the life that we all lead now. And she went around the world with her iPhone and photographed pictures of different kinds of instruments everywhere, in the boonies, from the boonies to the major museums in the world. And then we brought those beautiful creatures to New York City, and they're sitting there now at the Met. And I urge you to go and see them. Now, yes. When you see something like that, and there are several other things that have been done at the Met and other museums that I've been involved in, the Museum of Arts and Design, for example, and Columbus Circle, you are giving someone a gift. You are giving them a gift of visual literacy and vocal literacy, of manipulating their awareness of the world so that they can understand it better. And I think there's nothing wrong with that, because if you teaching is a manipulation, let's face it. You are taking someone who doesn't know that, and you're teaching them to know that. And that is a manipulation of a human being. So we are in the same business, all of us, when we go to visit a museum, we go to teach something in school, we go to assure a friend of ours that they're doing the right thing right now. This is what we are all about. And how we can be more like, now here's a beautiful thing I wanted to say about Liz Smith. A word or two about that essential figure whose anthropological, otherwise known as society columns. Anybody understand that? A society column is anthropology. And so they trace the unlucky and lucky lives of those who mattered. The beloved and forever Liz Smith was one of NIPLA's Ultra's guardian of social images. I'm reading this because I like her so much. And behaviors, and reporting with humanity and humor the missteps of the rich and famous. She chronicled the ins and outs of society and celebrity with heart and a rapier thrust. Real humanity was her place in the sun. And we celebrate her because she had that place in the sun, all of it. Thank you.